teman ya di kamsa jai mong.
Teman ko pa miya meh. Yang hana hab mudu ya hu MLA sungi.
Mana muda yang boleh jungi?
Tip sino meh mga. Abang alim ta la post nyang buat show.
Kikubor Kapatisi TV.
Ka parking lot kebadan hajan ke additional secretariat kerja Jaka ke bagi kinhuan berper-per ki jupin long Ïakhih Henry mentah ha dengan Jaka ke sorkar kelapan Ïeng daga Jaka Ïeng kali Suiñ kebadan bon mala ya ke belatip kum ke automated multi-level car park bar ke niga deiru ke bening kong hanong ba Shillong ya ke niga Jaka Ïeng kali lapli pait ba do mindirang ba ke jela ukon rat ke sangma akan drut rempang ar hajar arpun riu Haga digasngi ladan dalam Commissioner and Secretary Jongkatran Urban Affairs Dr. DVJ Kumar dan tahu CEO Jongkashlo Municipality Board Uprafula Boro barkiwe pat ke officer. Ia kena Jaka Ïeng kali latai haka jinglot ke bahan riu poin san klor tingka. Balak ban Ïeng hadu san pratli kali ia ka bala pihak haki prabenta. Bat kelak ban kit hadu arajar lai 10 kilo. Tunginya sengap mentah ia kejengkiran umindirang ba ka jela halo kena Jaka Ïeng kali ke batamai.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give a round of applause as we have the Embassy Minister.
The biggest problem that we face is, apart from many other problems, is the congestion and the traffic problem in Shillong. And whoever I meet, especially officials who come from outside, people who come from outside, the first thing they tell me is, why aren't you doing something about the traffic? So this is a common thing that we have all gone through and we all go through every day. But most don't understand that the problem is quite evident in front of us, but the solution is not very simple. Where do we start? What do we do? We can't just simply reduce the cars, we can't simply just expand the road. So we have to work within a limited constraint, conditions, whatever the different aspects are there within the city which are limited in nature. And therefore all these challenges came in front of us. So a multi-pronged strategy was developed to slowly and steadily decongest the city. Of course, first aspect was to figure out what really is the problem. Again, I repeat myself and I always tell people this issue and this thought process, which is very important for especially people like me who have to work with governance and resolving problems, and of course the whole team, is that we always look at a problem, we look at what's happening and we think that the reason why it's happening is because there's too much of traffic. But we don't realize that traffic is the outcome or the result of the problems. So what is important for us is to figure out what those problems are that leads to traffic. And hence a lot of things were looked into. I don't want to go into detail and bore you with all those long-term plans we had and discussions we had. But what we're seeing today is just one of the pieces of the solution. And therefore we have a very, very long way to go. But what I'm trying to tell you is that we have a plan. There's a master plan, there's a much broader thought process, and it's not just this one parking lot. There are about 9 or 10 of them, close to about 1,371, if I'm not wrong, parking spaces for vehicles will be created. And apart from that, of course, we have also created parking in terms of a parking policy where any individual who has land and wishes to partner with the government will support and fund them and let them collect parking amounts from that land of theirs with government investment, and government will get a small share. So multiple aspects of parking are being looked into, because we realized that one of the first problems is that people park randomly. People park in places where the flow of the traffic is stopped. And if you tell the people that you can't park, you cannot, and we charge them or we fine them, then the first question they will ask, well, where do we park then? So therefore, all of these are connected. Now that we have spaces for parking, the enforcement of ensuring that people cannot park in certain areas can be enforced. Police, and especially traffic, will have to do their role to ensure that the enforcement is done. Otherwise, this will make no sense. We'll collect dust. So therefore, it's a process which is started. Don't expect that tomorrow traffic jam will be gone just because one parking lot has come. This is a long process, but just to share with you, multiple aspects are being done. Whether you talk of these parking areas being created, whether you talk of space being created in Kindailat area so that we have more space for the buses and the taxis that park out there so they don't park on the main road, whether it is the hawkers who sometimes are on the road and are congesting the the main road where traffic moves, and hence we have to shift them. That itself, as you know, is a very, very complicated process. Whether it is expansion of the roads going all the way from Umshirpi up to 7th Mile, and then now the project of having either elevated road or a 4-lane that will connect from the Rhino Museum Point, the Umshirpi Bridge, that junction, all the way till Civil Hospital and up to Barek. So the proposal is already ready. There are 1 or 2 aspects which we are still working on. As you know, we have to take all the stakeholders into confidence, be it the NHIDCL, be it MORT, or be it the Army. There's a lot of work to be done there. But the proposal is at a very advanced stage. And as you can imagine, all these bottlenecks which are there, once they are cleared, so you can imagine if there is an elevated road or a 4-lane that will come from Anjali Point all the way to Civil Hospital. As I said, either elevated or 4-lane. We're working on both options. Negotiations are on with the Army, so we are waiting for a final call. But what I'm saying is that all of these things are being looked into, whether